Tyra Banks will be back next season as the host of Dancing with the Stars. Hey guys, welcome back to another shared news from home. We have the latest updates on Dancing with the Stars, but before we get into it, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future updates. As always, I'm your host, Fiona Zaring, and I'm joined by the wonderful Gianna Grabalisi. Gianna, I think this is our first time talking Dancing with the Stars together, so are you a fan? Do you love it? Tell me everything.
Yes, it is our first time talking about this together, and I am such a fan. I love Dancing with the Stars. You know, I was a dancer growing up, so to see some of my favorite celebrities in a dance setting is just absolutely incredible, and I love the show.
I am literally with you. It brings me back to the dance days, and it's just so fun to watch people's journeys, people who start off. I always root for the underdog. I am so excited for the show to come back. And let's get into it because we do have our first of, I'm sure, what is going to be many updates to come. ABC announced on March 30th that Tyra is set to return as the host of season 30. She will be back along with Len Goodman, Hough, Carrie and Inaba, and of course, Bruno Tonioli, who is my favorite. She took over in season 29, replacing longtime host Tom Bergeron and of course, Erin Andrews. And listen, at the time, some fans were not thrilled. Let's just put it bluntly. Not everyone was here for this. People absolutely love Tom. People absolutely love Erin. And Tyra was, a big shakeup. I don't think anyone was expecting this. How did you feel about the Tyra announcement at the time, way back when?
So I actually love Tyra Banks. I've always loved her. You know, I watched America's Next Top Model when I was a child. I really admired her, even though now looking back on it, she was definitely a little problematic in that show. But I just loved her personality. And like as a woman, like watching her on screen even attributed to my passions to being on screen. I loved her confidence and I loved her in Life Size too, that movie. So I just love her as a host in this setting. You know, obviously people aren't really happy whenever things change, especially with longtime hosts, but I wasn't mad. I was really excited to see how she did. You know, she hosted America's Got Talent as well, and I loved her as a host for that. So I was really excited to see what she would bring to the table for Dancing with the Stars.
Same. I am with you. I am one of those people who heard the announcement and went, oh my God, this could be really fun. Totally rooting for her. So I'm thrilled to hear she's coming back. I think she, brought a new energy to the show. I think she was great. She's going to continue to be great. I'm assuming you're excited to see her returning as well.
Oh yes, I'm so excited to see her return. Like I don't understand why people are angry. I mean, I do, but it's going to be fine. Like she doesn't deteriorate, like she doesn't take anything away from the show. It's still the same old show just with a little bit of Tyra flair. So I'm very excited to see her come back.
Totally. And okay, so here's the thing. I'm excited because this is going to be season 2. Season 1 of anyone, even if you're not hosting, right? Any new office job, that first season, that first go around can be a little bumpy. That's just how it works. You got to figure things out. And Tyra did have some hiccups as a host. It's a live show. So any little flub, any little mess up, it is what it is. She carried, herself through any of those moments really, really well. But it was tricky because with an audience that, wasn't 100% sold, wasn't 100% all there, it definitely felt like there was a lot of pressure, a lot of eyes on any of those moments. Tyra actually posted a TikTok last September, sort of owning up to one of the mistakes. She said to her followers, yeah, I had a lot of fun, but I messed up. I said the wrong words, but I kept going. So bringing that classic Tyra energy to the show, to just her own life as she was sort of navigating all of these extra pressures. At the time, a source told E! News that she really wasn't concerned because she knew that the execs, the people calling the shots, did love her. The source added, the ratings for Dancing with the Stars are up and Tyra is not worried about losing or fighting to save her job. They also explained that, the way Tyra copes is she, quote, turns out the noise and doesn't listen to the social media critiques. So, Tyra is a pro, right? That is the way you have to do it. You have to block out the noise, keep your head held high, keep moving. And I think it's really great that she didn't let, the critics get her down because ultimately this was an exciting moment for her.
Of course. And as someone that is on social media as a content creator, it's hard to read that criticism. So, kind of like Tyra, I know for myself, I also just kind of shut it out. I don't listen. And that's the best way to go about receiving negative comments. And I really admire her for how she dealt with it. You know, she didn't respond to any, she didn't try to fight anyone back. She handled it as just like such a mature woman. And this is also why I love her so much. And, you know, I mean, I've been in a setting where I had to speak live. It is not easy. It is the hardest thing ever, whether you have cue cards, whether you have a prompter. I mean, I'm queen of stuttering. It's not easy at all. And I feel like people are easy to judge when they're not in that position. So I just love Tyra, love how she handled it. She's queen always.
I love that. She is, absolutely. You kind of touched on this earlier. Longtime fans of shows don't like change. We talk Bachelor Nation a lot on this channel, and over there, we're kind of dipping our toes into this same conversation. Chris Harrison is going to be stepping aside. We're going to be getting some new hosts, you know, Caitlin Bristow, Tayshia Adams taking over at least for this next season. And some fans aren't thrilled, right? They want Chris. They want the show to feel and look the same. And as much as I get that, and as wonderful, you know, in the Dancing with the Stars land as Tom and Erin were, sometimes change can be good, right? I mean, sometimes you just got to shake things up and start fresh, especially with some of these franchises that have looked and felt the same for years and years and years.
Exactly, Fiona. And Tom and Erin didn't do anything wrong. They weren't involved in a controversy, unlike obviously Chris Harrison with The Bachelor. So the circumstances are very different, but it's understandable. People like consistency and they don't like change, but it's refreshing. And I think that we need to focus on what the shows are actually about. We need to focus on the dancing if it's Dancing with the Stars. For The Bachelor, we need to focus on the connections and the journeys and the love, you know? People, it's not that big of a deal change, you know? So, yes. So, I'm excited to see the new changes for these shows because the shows won't be affected that much. So, it'll be fine. Everyone needs to calm down a little bit.
It will be fine. Listen, if you love Tom and you love Erin out there and you miss them, that is totally okay. You know, they were totally great. We get it. Change can be hard. You know, you just got to keep an open mind. I think season 2, anytime someone knows what they're doing, hopefully, you know, if she couldn't win you over season 1, she's back, she's ready, she's prepared. Maybe Tyra will get you season 2. Maybe she won't. You know, that's okay too. Everyone is, of course, entitled to their opinion. Unfortunately for now, that is the only update we have us next season. No casting whispers just yet. We don't have a premiere date. Obviously, we will be keeping our eyes out. We will be keeping you guys posted when we get more details on this upcoming season. Since there aren't really any casting whispers at this moment, Gianna, is there anyone, you know, doesn't matter how big of a name they are, if they're likely to do it or not, just who would be your dream contestant for Dancing with the Stars?
Right off the bat, I'd say Justin Bieber because I am absolutely in love with him. And, you know, he's a good dancer. I don't know if you keep up with his Instagrams or if you've seen him on tour ever, but he has the moves. And, you know, lately he's been getting back into music. He just released his album and he always posts his little dancing videos. And I really would die if he was ever on Dancing with the Stars. And I definitely want to be a part of that audience someday if that ever happens. So if any casting directors are watching this, Justin, please make that happen. That would be a dream come true.
I almost feel like he's too good of a dancer. Like that might not even be fair, but I'm with you, right? Some of these huge names that we're used to seeing performing in a certain style would be so fun to watch them try to like take on ballroom, see if they could be a chameleon, you know, jump into different styles here and there. God, okay, you set the bar really high with Justin Bieber. I was going like, I'm thinking keep the Bachelorette theme going if we bring Tayshia in. I don't know if you follow her on Instagram, but she posts little dancing videos from time to time. You know, Caitlin Bristow won last season. I don't know that she's in Caitlin Bristow's league, but who knows? I guess she's going to be hosting The Bachelorette, so maybe she'll be too busy. Gosh, you guys, anybody's guess. Truly, the list, the possibilities are endless. If you guys have any ideas, anyone you've been dying to see on the show season after season, let us know down in the comments. And also, let us know your thoughts on this Tyra casting news. Are you here for it? Are you still pulling, you know, for Tom and Erin to come back? Let us know down in the comments. And if you haven't already, Be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so we can keep you updated as we learn more about next season. As always, I am your host, Fiona Zaring. I was joined by the wonderful Gianna Gravalisi. If you want to come say hi, our social handles are on the screen right now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.